Good afternoon. What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Ed Tracey here, Startup Nation. We had a couple of weeks off. I think I got a little lazy. School's back in session, as you know, at Dixie State. And you know how I know? Because all the chairs are rearranged. And I went from the oldest guy here, the youngest guy to the oldest guy in here. Hands down. There's Dennis, our weather guy, he's older than me, but he's a lot better looking too. Welcome, everybody. Startup Nation. As you know, we talk to local business leaders. Normally, we talk startups and entrepreneurs, or as I call them, entrepreneurs, people starting businesses wanting to succeed. Occasionally, we have the opportunity to talk to some local celebrities, and today is no exception. The lovely and talented Alyce Gardner, board chair of Southwest Symphony. You look fabulous.
Why, thank you. So do you.
Thank you. Too kind. Southwest Symphony, how long have they been around?
The symphony was established 38 years ago, and it was founded by Dr. Norman Fossen, who still plays with the symphony. He's a violist.
Wow.
And I don't think he's missed a rehearsal or a performance in 38 years.
Don't you wish you could say that about some of the
amazing.
other ones?
He's amazing. It's the baton has been passed as far as leadership goes to many, and now here I am, and really happy to be a part of the symphony.
And you're doing a great job. You raised some big bucks for them last year. You're heading in the right direction.
We're really working hard. And
Good.
I think the reason why we have been so successful is a few years ago, we rebranded the entire organization. New mission statement, logo, a new branding, and new strategic plan, a 5-year strategic plan. We updated our bylaws. We did everything to
New members?
New board members, player policy,
New musicians.
updated. Yes, fabulous. With a goal to really elevate the organization and bring us to another level. And we've worked really hard the last couple of years, and we have a team of incredibly talented staff people.
Yes, you do.
Led by Haley Winslow, who's our executive director. She actually finished her graduate studies in the same program as me.
Oh, very
so
cool.
we both have master's degrees in fine arts administration from Southern Utah University, actually.
Very cool.
So it's kind of nice
SUU,
because
everybody.
we speak the same language.
Right.
She knows what I'm thinking, I know
Sure.
what she's thinking, and our training is so close that we work really well together. So as the board chair and the executive director, you need to have a really good relationship there.
Yeah, and I've had the opportunity to sit in on a couple of your meetings for the Gala coming up, and that's a well-oiled machine. You guys are making it happen. So
We're so excited for the gala, and that's
I think it's
one
gonna
of
be great.
that's one of the reasons why I am part of this organization, is because I believe strongly that we need to celebrate our successes,
Sure.
but we have to raise the funds to be able to do the important work that we do with the symphony.
Sure.
And we're inspiring a generation of musicians, these young children who are learning to play instruments and want to create and keep this art form moving forward is really vital to our community.
Absolutely.
And so to be sustainable, we have to raise the money. And this gala is just one way that we do that this year. And this year, our theme is, you ready? Drum roll. An evening in Paris.
ooh la la! I don't know if you can see that. There's the invitation.
Yes.
An evening in Paris.
Yeah, it is scheduled for Saturday, September 28th at
Yes.
the lovely Sun River
Sun
Ballroom.
River. Sun River.
And tickets are available
Right.
on our website, swsutah.org.
Yeah.
And there's a registration link. You just click on that, and you can purchase a ticket there.
And it's going to be a great event. Of course, there is a social hour with hors d'oeuvres, or as my dad calls them, hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Hors d'oeuvres.
Or
Silent auction.
appetizers, if you like.
Appetizers if you're American or don't speak any language whatsoever. But
Hors d'oeuvres is French. It's
hors
a French
d'oeuvres, it
word.
is. So you know what they
Oui,
say:
oui.
if you speak 3 languages, you're trilingual. 2 languages, bilingual, 1 language, American. So.
Well, je parle français.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah, I speak a little French.
Yo quiero Taco Bell. That's about
un peu
it.
de français.
You're making me look bad. 5:30 social hour, 6:30 dinner, 7 o'clock private concert with the Rosencello Duo.
Yes, and I'm really excited to have them perform at our gala. It's Daniel Gaisford and Jessica Soli, and they have original arrangements that they've composed, and they perform all over. Actually,
Sure.
Daniel Gaisford is Juilliard trained. He's just a fabulous cellist. And so they have a program of classical and contemporary music. They're bringing their electric cellos. So they'll
I
be
love
playing
stuff like
those.
that. Who is there's a young lady that made that kind of famous with the violin and
Lindsay Sterling.
Lindsay Sterling.
Yeah.
That's
See,
right.
I'm a violinist.
That's right.
So-
And that's on my list to talk about.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about that
We
later.
can
But yeah, Daniel Gaisford and Jessica are going to be performing at our gala, and
That's awesome.
we have this beautiful French singer coming to sing all French songs and during dinner and the silent auction. So she's fabulous. Her name's Michelle Sundwall.
Wow.
She's coming in just for the event. We have a French host that will greet our guests.
This
and
is
take
serious
them
stuff, folks.
To the tables and speak French. And, of course, we have all French food,
Oh, we have an
including...
escargot.
I don't want escargot. Have you ever had escargot?
I do. I love escargot.
Oh, I think it's slimy. And
My mother used to love to cook, and she would make escargot, and we had no idea what it was.
Really?
Yeah, we had no idea what it was.
Well, that's good.
I know.
It's not like it can run away from you.
Yeah, let's hope not. But yeah.
Yeah, no escargot at this event. We have a beautiful menu with, of course, creme brulee for dessert,
Of course.
and then yeah, it'll be a wonderful night of socializing and entertainment.
And there will be entertainment, and there will be opportunities to raise money for this organization.
Right.
Will there be a bar?
There will be a cash bar.
Cash bar.
Cash bar, and of course we have a fabulous MC who's going to be there.
I've heard it was Marcel Marceau. is
Would
coming
that
out.
be
Yeah.
Ed Tracey?
That's the rumor.
I think it is.
Hi, everybody.
Ed is going to MC our event.
I'm very excited. This is a good opportunity to hear some amazing music. So I played bass growing up.
Oh, okay.
Stand-up bass. For 20 years I played. Played in
Hey,
an
do you
orchestra.
wanna join the symphony?
No, I am not that good. And I don't have that kind of time. But I love this because, 20 years ago, any school that you went to had an orchestra or had band. And now they're doing away with dance. They're doing away with music. They're doing away with auto shop. And it's so sad to see that stuff
Right.
go. And the community, to me, that makes a community. That type of art and culture is so critical to the livelihood and the future of any community.
It is, and actually, it's interesting that you bring that up because there was a big conference last week in Park City where international leaders came together and discussed how to keep symphonic music relevant.
How do you?
Because it's a dying art form. Opera is a dying art form, and we need to preserve those. And so I take that personally because I am an
That's like
arts
saying
advocate.
history is irrelevant. I mean, it's like saying
No,
it's
it's a sin.
it really is.
Can't say that. But for me, as an arts advocate, I feel like it's so vital that we preserve great art, great culture, and we need that support through the community on a political level, community level, on all levels to keep it moving forward because I want my children, my grandchildren, my friends and neighbors to live in a community that's full of beauty and art and great music. And that's what the Southwest Symphony does.
And we have
provides
lots of performing arts here in this town and visual arts. All these art galleries. We've got 5 community theaters. You have choirs galore. Got a couple of places for bands to play. The orchestra is necessary.
It is. And it was, in fact, St. George News said that we are the cornerstone of the arts in St. George, the Southwest Symphony.
I concur.
And we have an incredible group of musicians that play with us.
How many musicians?
Over 70. And volunteer musicians. They come together every week and they rehearse.
Volunteer, it's a French word for no pay.
Yeah.
Everybody. They do it out of the goodness of their heart and because they love it.
We do give them a small stipend that helps them pay for a new set of strings.
Sheet music.
a pencil.
Yeah.
It's not enough to cover the
Right, no, of
babysitting
course.
costs. Let me
Right.
just tell you. But they're just passionate, wonderful people, and we have musicians who have been trained at Juilliard and some of the best music schools in the country. And here they are in Little St. George.
I know. Go figure.
It's just this.
It's
It's
crazy.
an incredible group, and as more I get to know them, the more I am so impressed with each one of them on professional level and a personal level.
And they
They're
come from
so
all walks
talented.
of life,
Yeah,
all
all
industries, all
ages,
businesses.
college age through retired, and they all audition to be a part of the symphony because we really want well-educated and talented individuals to be part of our organization.
Sure.
And they're just
And they're
great.
not easy pieces. So, I mean, it's
Oh,
not.
no.
We're not talking pit band for high school.
No.
This is some serious stuff.
They play the real stuff.
Yes.
We perform the greatest music ever written, and so yeah, shout out to all of our musicians. You're just awesome. We love you.
That's fantastic.
So anyway,
How often do you hold auditions for something like this?
generally once a year.
Mm-hmm.
The auditions are held at the beginning of August, and the conductor, Lucas Darger, who is also really amazing. He's been instrumental in helping us transform this organization. Everyone auditions for him, so
That's very cool.
if you want to be on his good side, send him some brownies.
And where did you find this conductor? Did he have to? I'd assume like anyone else, he has to audition for his position, right?
Yeah, we put out a call for resumes, and he submitted his resume, and he was interviewed and hired.
Local guy?
He's from Salt Lake originally, but did training. He was last in Texas.
Right.
And moved to St. George because it's beautiful here.
It is.
It's a good choice.
It is.
And he's actually a real estate agent by day.
Is he?
Yeah,
See, that's
he
awesome.
is. Yeah, but he's also a violinist, so we have that in common. And he took from the same violin teacher as I did in Salt Lake City, Jack Ashton with the Utah Symphony.
Wow.
So we found that out, and we just thought, oh, this is meant to be.
That's awesome. That's
We're
awesome.
supposed to work on the symphony together.
So you
great.
you mentioned that you play. You're a violinist. How long have you been playing?
Since I was 4.
So 10 years, 20
Yeah,
years, right?
yeah,
24.
just 10 years. Yeah, almost a half a century, Ed.
Really?
So, yeah, I've been playing a long, long time.
Something now, again, when you're kids, your parents want you to be, they want you to be well versed in everything. Your parents force you to take vocal lessons, piano lessons, foreign language, and some people do it because they love it. I did it because I loved it. You loved it, obviously, because you kept going with it, or was it something that you did because your parents said if you don't, you can't go out and play with your friends?
Well, I loved it, and my parents never had to ask me to practice. I just did it on my own. I'd wake up every morning at 5:30 and practice. And my dad is a concert pianist, and my mom's an opera singer.
Oh,
So
there you go.
every morning I'd wake up to Chopin and Puccini.
Yeah.
And it just kind of filled my soul,
Yeah,
and it was
that's
just part of who I was, and
That's awesome.
and just grew up with that.
So you come
and
from a musical family.
very.
Any siblings play or sing?
Oh,
or?
yes. It was required that we all
Yes,
sing
yes.
and play an instrument. But it's not something that any of us dreaded. We looked forward to that,
Sure.
and we all performed together. And I went to college actually as a music major and a dance major.
Right.
And I ended up graduating in dance. Because it was taking me too long to double major in both of those art forms, and I just had to pick at the end. So I love both art forms.
So you've been playing for a while.
Yeah.
How did you find this? Did you grow up here?
No, so I grew up in Salt Lake,
Okay.
and then I attended BYU and met my husband after I graduated. Not while I was at BYU. He actually was at the University of Utah. So we have
Is
this
that legal?
beautiful rivalry in our
yeah.
house. Yeah.
No doubt.
It's really fun. And he pursued his medical training. And so we moved to Denver, then Indiana. And
He's the ear, nose, and throat.
he's in ear, nose, and throat and facial plastics.
Gotcha.
So we found a practice of a doctor who was retiring here. And we thought, well, this is perfect. St. George is close enough to our families in Salt Lake,
Sure.
yet not too close. And
Weather's
it
good.
was a great, great opportunity. And so we've been here 20 years.
It's
gone by fast.
Were you involved right away with the symphony, or was this something that you just kind of found by
Actually-
chance? And
Actually, I was. When I moved here, I showed up for rehearsal and they just let me play. And I played with the symphony for about 5 years
very cool.
under Gary Caldwell, who was the director then. And then my children needed me at home, so I took a little hiatus.
Selfish kids.
I know, but they always come first for me.
How many do you have?
I have 4 kids. Yeah. So
Do they play any instruments?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, my youngest plays the cello, and he wants to be famous.
That's
He wants
awesome.
to be the next Beethoven.
Yes.
And so he would love to meet
Do
the
it,
piano
kid.
guys.
Do it.
He has that musical touch. I think that he could do a lot of great things with the cello. My daughter, who's 16, is a singer. She has my mom's big, huge opera voice, and she's actually auditioning right now for her musical at her high school at Desert Hills. So, shout out, Katie. Good luck. You can do this.
Break a
You
leg,
got
girl.
this. Yeah. So anyway, she's a beautiful singer. And then my older boys, one plays the tennis racket, and
There's
one
money
plays
in
the
that
guitar.
too.
Yeah.
There's money in that too. Actually, there's money playing the guitar too.
Yeah, yeah. So a little bit, everybody kind of has their thing, and you
Sure.
have to let kids choose what they want. But
And your hubby play anything?
no. The golf club. Yeah.
That's an instrument for some, a weapon for others.
Yes, he loves it.
That's awesome.
So yeah, my kids are all really talented, but yeah, I took a hiatus from playing in the symphony, and then a few years ago, when I went back to graduate school, I started writing grants for the symphony because I saw that there was a need for that.
That is the hardest job in the world right there.
Grant writing is really,
It
really
is.
hard. It's meticulous work, but it was one of my classes in my graduate program. So I called the board chair at that point, who was J.J. Abernathy, who was an amazing board chair, said, "Hey, would you like some help with grant writing?" And of course she was like, "Who is this person?" Yes.
Who's this
So-
crazy lady?
Yeah, who's
Wants
this
to
crazy
write
lady?
grants?
So I started helping them with grants,
Very cool.
and moved to an executive director position. And then JJ retired and asked if I would be the board chair. And so I'm really honored to be able to serve in that capacity.
And how long have you been doing that?
Well, about 3 years back
Okay.
with the symphony. So
Gotcha.
when I came in, that's when we rebranded and really wanted to change things up a little bit, give some fresh paint on it. So.
And have they been positive changes?
Oh, absolutely.
Because, sometimes you're like, here's what I've learned, especially down in southern Utah. If you make changes, you better be sure that you are in all the way, because you're going to get a lot of pushback.
Yeah.
This is the way we've always done it. This
Yeah.
is how we've always done it. Okay, great. But there are other ways to do it, and these can be beneficial. I've seen it happen at Street
Yeah.
Fest, at
Yeah.
Southern Utah Heritage Choir. It's you just kind of have to be brave.
You do, but I think it's important to be educated too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And that's where I feel like a lifetime of arts management and arts participation is on my side and the side of my whole staff. And really, so much of what we do with the symphony is based on research and some really sound principles that a lot of them I learned in my graduate program. So that program was great for me personally. And that's what's helped us move forward. Our strategic plan, we rewrote that when I came in a few years ago, and that's really what has propelled us forward. Because when you have a plan, you have definite goals that you're trying to achieve.
You're facing forward.
Yes, you're
Yes.
facing forward,
Yeah.
and you're strategically looking at how are we going to accomplish all these goals to get to where we want to be
Sure.
ultimately. And so we've really focused on that. We're mission-based, mission-centered, and focused at every board meeting. In fact, today at the board meeting, it's the first thing I did as I read our mission statement. This is who we are. This is what we want to accomplish. And that is the core of what
It's a
we
good
do.
reminder, if nothing else.
Yeah,
you know?
and every nonprofit should do that. What is your mission? What are you trying to accomplish? Because ultimately, you do serve your community.
You do.
And
Lots of people watch.
yeah,
They do.
Yeah. So one of our goals too is to really meet the needs of our community. What are the needs and wants of the people in our community? We survey our community. We get feedback from internal and external stakeholders, and that's how we put together that strategic plan. And that's how we put together our programming.
And
so,
how many concerts do you do a year?
Well, this year we're going to be doing 14 altogether.
Wow.
So we're really growing.
It's big.
A few years ago, it was just a few.
Right.
And now we have extended some of our concerts to 2 nights. So would you like to hear about our program?
I would love
for
to
this
hear.
year? So at the end of
We're
September,
talking a lot of music, by the way. If you're doing 14 concerts, you're talking
yes.
a lot of music.
A lot of music.
Yes.
Tons of music. So that tells you how talented our musicians have to be to be able to just sit down and sight read it, and play it. So our first concert is at the end of September, and it's the Rosin Cello Duo that I talked about. They're playing at our Gala as well. They're putting on a full concert, and that's in the Cox Auditorium. And then we always do a Halloween spooktacular, but this year it's a superhero-themed concert.
I'll bring my cape.
Yes. In fact, I will dress up.
My leotards.
You're not going to recognize me.
You wouldn't recognize me either.
I'm not gonna tell you who I'm gonna be. It's gonna be a secret.
See, now I'm going to be looking for you. I'm going to be looking for a big bunny.
No. I'm gonna be a superhero.
Okay.
And I always introduce the concerts at the first, so you'll know. Because I'll be
Alyce,
front
I'm
and
going
center.
just now for that reason.
Yeah.
I'd be like, where would you like to sit? I don't care. Where's Alyce?
I really want to fly in, to the stage. I might do that.
We could make that happen.
I know.
Totally make that happen.
Yeah, so I can't reveal what I'm going to be because then you won't come. So you have to come.
So it's a superhero theme. Are you playing superhero theme music?
Oh, yeah.
And all, like Superman and
all superhero music.
That's awesome.
It'll be really fun.
And what date is that? When is that?
It's at the end of October.
So that's your Halloween themed one.
That's our Halloween themed concert.
And are they all at the Cox?
All at the Cox.
All at the Cox.
All at the Cox. St. George Dance Company is going to be in that one too.
Oh,
and we have this aerial group that performed with us last year that's coming again, and they do Cirque du Soleil tricks, hanging from the ceiling, rope tricks, that sort of thing.
I do aerial tricks. I'm sorry, I fell off a ladder once. It's different.
No,
it's
that's not the same.
completely different.
You're not a trained professional in aerial.
It was all downhill.
You just come and watch.
Yeah, okay, deal.
Okay, you just enjoy from the audience.
All right.
So that's a really fun family
And
event.
are tickets on sale yet? Because it's August.
In a couple of days.
Okay, all right.
So watch our website, swsutah.org. And season tickets will go on sale. And if you buy season tickets, you can get up to a 55% discount.
That's very cool.
So
your season starts September.
Yeah.
It does, okay.
In a month.
Wow.
Starts in a month. It's our first concert.
Right around the corner.
It's right around the corner. So after the Halloween concert is Messiah. And that's just an annual favorite of this entire community. We're thrilled about that. And we'll have Messiah auditions for the soloists in a few weeks too. So
choral and everything. Okay.
if you would like to be a soloist, then go to our website and look for the audition dates and submit an application. And then
I'm a great soprano.
can't wait to hear you sing.
I can't wait to hear it either.
And then after Christmas, we have a couple of different concerts. We have a Journey to Latin America concert, and
Very nice.
we have a world-renowned trumpet player coming. Pacho Flores is coming to perform with us. He's from Mexico, actually, originally, and he plays beautifully the trumpet. So come see that.
Very cool.
And then Journey, we're also doing a Journey to Bohemia concert where we'll be playing the Moldau, one of Smetana's famous works.
First time I heard you guys was the trip to Italy.
Oh, yeah.
With Lisa
Segmiller. Yeah, she's amazing.
Yes.
So that concert, we will actually be the youth concerto competition winner will be performing in the Bohemia concert.
Youth concerto.
Yes.
Is that local? Is that
yes. The Southwest Symphony hosts a youth concerto competition, and auditions for that are coming up. So look at our website. I'm going to drive everybody to our website.
swsutah.org.
Yeah. And so the winner of that competition performs with us in that concert.
That's awesome.
And then, you ready for more?
Yes.
Okay.
This is great.
So then...
I had no idea you had this many concerts.
Oh,
this is
yeah.
This
We're
is
big
great.
time, Ed.
You are.
And then we perform Lamb of God. It's Rob Gardner's Lamb of God. It's not the rock group Lamb of God, so don't get those confused. And it is a sacred oratorio. It's the retelling of the last week of the life of Jesus Christ.
Gotcha.
It's based on New Testament text, and it's non-denominational, and it is beautiful. Awesome. The music is absolutely beautiful. A must-see, and so get your season tickets to reserve your seat, because we only do it every other year, and it's going to sell out. But we are doing it 2 nights this year, which will be a great thing.
Now, did you do that last year, or no?
Because
it was every other year. So
every other year, so we'll do that. And then our season finale is Michael Kavanagh, who is singing the music of Billy Joel. He sings and he plays the piano at the same time.
I love Billy Joel.
Yeah. So I have to tell you a little bit about Michael Kavanagh and how I found out about him.
You got 90 seconds.
Okay. Really?
It goes fast, I tell you.
I'm just talking too much.
No, you're not. This is why you're here. We need everybody to know about Southwest Symphony.
Yeah, you got to know about our concerts
And
this
if
year.
you run out of time, we'll be back after the break. But let's hear it.
I'll tell you about Michael Kavanagh. I saw him 10 years ago in New York perform in a show called Movin' Out on Broadway. And he was the star of the show.
Yes.
He was up there, he sang and he played. He was handpicked by Billy Joel to perform all of his songs. Awesome. And the choreography was by Twyla Tharp. So as a dancer, violinist, I just loved it. It was beautiful. And then a few months ago, I thought, we should have Michael Kavanagh perform with us.
That's pretty cool.
Well, this was more like last year. So found out.
That's a big name for St. George.
It's a big name. I contacted his agent, worked a little magic in negotiation and in the contract, and he is coming in May. We're so excited.
Very cool.
So
that will sell out.
It will sell out, and I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. So
I am too.
Yeah.
Look at that. See how fast that goes?
Awesome.
We are talking with Alyce Gardner, Southwest Symphony board chair. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to talk about the upcoming gala, some of the events they do for fundraising, and how you guys out there can help them. So we'll be right back with Startup Nation. Stick around, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, boys and girls. Startup Nation. Tuesday, August 27th. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We are talking with the lovely and talented Alyce Gardner, who is the keeper of the flame for the Southwest Symphony. And she's doing a phenomenal job. She's the board chair. We've been talking about all these concerts they have. Michael Kavanagh, who, if you've never seen him on Broadway in New York, does Billy Joel better than Billy Joel. And I said that out loud. My brother-in-law, who's a diehard, I'm from New York. I'm born and raised in New York. Queens, Flushing boy.
Oh, Really?
And, oh, yes. You never know that. I came out here to learn how to speak English. So, but
Where's your accent?
Don't worry. You get me mad enough, it comes back. Forget about it.
Oh,
what are
there
you
you
talking
go.
about? We are
Forget
talking about
about
Billy Joel, people. I could do a sports show in San Francisco, New York.
I love New York.
Oh, I love it. So, but he's a diehard Billy Joel fan. And if you really want to get on his bad side, just say something bad about Billy Joel. Find your dog dead. He's one of those guys. Where's my dog? I don't know. You take back what you said about Billy Joel? Anyway. So, lots of great concerts coming up. 14 concerts throughout the entire season for the Southwest Symphony. And obviously, people, those are paid tickets, season tickets. It helps the symphony, but they need funding to make this stuff happen. And, of course, the big event for the year is the An Evening in Paris on September 28th, and that's at Sun River. Tickets are available for that. You can go to swsutah.org. There are also tables available. It's a great event, and it's a great opportunity to give back to the community, to something that is very needed here. Let's talk about this for a second. And I know you're somehow involved in this Performing Arts Center that we keep hearing about. What's going on with that?
Well,
is it going to happen?
Oh, yes. We're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen.
Because I know people that know people can make this happen.
Maybe you should be on the committee, too.
What? You don't want to donate money? Come here.
I can hook you up. Let's get you on the committee.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really need a performing arts complex in St. George, and the symphony needs a home of its own.
Yep.
We need a place where we can rehearse and call our own. And so this has been in the works for many years,
years.
And we just completed a feasibility study.
And it's not the first one they've done either.
No, it's not. But basically they said, yes, we need one here.
Sure.
And so we're going through the next steps to move forward with that. But we need one in our community, and we would love to make that happen. It's several years away.
Sure.
I would say it's maybe 3 years away still.
Where would you like to see them build that?
Oh.
Up on the ridge?
That's my personal opinion. I would love it up on the ridge. I envision these big, beautiful windows that look out onto beautiful St. George.
Amazing.
Big chandeliers with a grand lobby where we could hold events like a future gala, perhaps, but give the arts the attention and the attention that it deserves, I think. And a place like that, to have our city council and our city government support something like that, it's just as critical as a soccer field or a softball field, in my opinion. I think that's what makes us a great community, is that we have diversity and there's something for everybody here.
The challenge is it costs a little bit more than a soccer field.
It does.
A lot more.
It does, and especially to do it well and to do it right and to make sure the acoustics are done well, the stage. I definitely have a dream of how I would want that to look, and to have a seating capacity that would accommodate our patrons. Really, we don't have a large indoor capacity that we can fill. The Cox is 1,200. That's the largest indoor. Tuacahn is about double that, but it's outdoor, and the symphony can't perform outdoors in the winter.
Right.
I can't play a full concert with my violin in 30
gloves.
degrees. Yeah, in gloves.
In mitts.
So you can see that it's really something that's so vital to our community, and so we're working hard. We have a really great committee working hard to keep pushing forward and thinking forward thinking.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind. It's just a matter of time. And, it's timing is everything. I think with all the growth that we have here and everything great that's going on here in the community, it will happen.
And we have really wonderful community arts organizations. The
Absolutely.
Symphony is just one of those. And so a big shout out to all of those arts organizations who are working hard to make this community what it is.
Hardworking people.
For sure. And so we all need a place to gather and present art that's compelling, that's inspiring, that elevates us all.
Ooh, I would love to see chandeliers that go up when the
Ed,
event's
I could make that happen.
That'd be awesome.
I could make that happen.
That would be awesome.
I know, wouldn't it?
Love it.
Yeah.
All right, so pipe dream.
The-
Reality at some point.
It's a dream, but I think it's within reach for sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think so. So you've got your big gala coming up on the 28th. What else do you guys do, does the Southwest Symphony do to raise money. I mean, I know you're not out there doing car washes, so.
No, we're not out doing car washes. The gala is our big fundraiser of the year, but we are starting a new campaign called Friends of the Symphony.
Friends of the Symphony.
And it allows people to make small monthly donations, recurring donations, and be donors of the symphony. So there's an easy way to do that, and there's benefits at each level. So for example, say you want to donate $10 a month to the symphony. You go to our website, swsutah.org, and you click on Donate Now, and it takes you to a page that's the Friends of the Symphony page. You just click whatever level you want to give at, whatever dollar amount you want to give at, and you put in your information, click Done, and you're done, and you're a donor.
Takes it out every month.
And then you're recognized in our playbill as one of our big donors to the symphony, because if you think about that, giving a little bit each month over the course of a year is a lot of money.
Sure, absolutely.
And every little bit
it makes it easier
helps.
to donate also.
Oh, yeah. It's so easy. You don't need to write a big check. I mean, if you can, that's great too.
We're not going to stop you.
But every little bit counts. And the people say, oh, you make so much money off of our concerts. Well, what people don't realize is it costs a fortune just to put on those concerts.
Sure. It's not cheap.
For example, the Lamb of God concert for one night is $20,000 to produce that concert. And the ticket sales don't come close to covering that. So we have to bridge the gap. We write a lot of grants, and we have individual contributors, corporate contributors. The Friends of the Symphony campaign is one way that individuals can contribute to the symphony.
Right.
So it's a great program and a great campaign. So I would encourage everybody to go and donate and make a difference in our community for good.
That's awesome. If somebody wanted to donate time, how would they do that? If they wanted to volunteer for whatever,
We
I'm sure you need
have
volunteers.
Oh, we have volunteers who are so great, and we're always needing volunteers to help with our concerts, with setup, with cleanup, with ushering, with special events, with lots of different things. There's so many ways to serve in our organization. So if somebody is interested in volunteering with the symphony, they can just send us a quick email, and the email address is symphony@swsutah.org. That's easy, huh?
Very easy.
Yeah, and I'll look at that and I'll respond and say, "Hey, you want to volunteer?" and we'll set you up. So
that's awesome.
Lots of options.
What else do you do throughout the year? I mean, we met at a Chamber of Commerce event. Obviously. Do you go to summit? There's art summit meetings that they have. You travel a lot for different events to get the word out. What do you do?
Well, personally, I am pretty busy with the symphony every week. As the board chair, I probably donate 30 to 40 hours a week of my time to the symphony.
Donate 30 to 40 hours
because
a week.
I love classical music. I love music, and it's a part of who I am, and it's how I give back, and I enjoy that. And I'm at a place in my life where I can.
Sure.
And so a lot of my time is spent during the week meeting with donors. Tomorrow for lunch, I'm meeting with one of our corporate donors and talking to them about their corporate sponsorship. I go to lunch with those corporate donors and with individuals.
Sure.
And right now, working on the gala, getting auction items and
And a
getting ready for
12-foot
that.
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, which is in my house right now.
I would not want to see your garage right now.
Oh, my husband
Your poor
keeps
husband.
asking me, when is this gala? Is it almost here? Because I want my house back. My house is full of Parisian stuff everywhere.
Man.
No, it's all good. But I spend a lot of my time working on the symphony. I work at my husband's office too, but
Does your husband think you're crazy?
yeah. No, he understands me because he's a really passionate person too.
That's awesome.
So he's so supportive. He's really great. And he's a donor of the symphony
Honey,
too.
you could support me, or we could sell your golf clubs.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Whatever you want, honey. Whatever you want.
Yeah, no, he's been really great. He understands my love of music and understands really how important it is in our community. So, yeah, a lot of my time is spent raising funds for the symphony, working on the administrative functions of the group and always scoping out new talent that we can bring for our concerts.
Sure.
So I love that part of it.
And you have people that do social media for you, right? You've got
Right.
your program, which, people can advertise in that, I'm sure, right?
Right. So there's a lot of different ways that businesses and individuals can advertise with the symphony. We have our playbill, which is distributed at every concert to over 1,200 people. And right now, if somebody wants to advertise in our playbill, they just send me an email at symphony@swsutah.org, and I can give them all the information about
awesome.
advertising, half-page, full-page ads in
Very cool.
the playbill. But also through social media, all of our sponsors get a shout-out on our social media Facebook and Instagram pages. And we always recognize them for their support. And we just feel like it needs to be a win-win. You support us, we support you, and we're just so grateful for everybody who supports the symphony. It's really important.
Now, I remember growing up, my mother grew up in a very cultured family, and so she raised us right. She took us to symphonies and the ballet and the
Good.
Met.
Oh,
and,
good.
14 years old, sitting watching La Boheme, and things like that. And
Fabulous.
we dressed up. We wore shirt and tie. We wore suit jackets. Do they do that anymore? When I went, I dressed up.
Right.
But I've seen people in shorts. It's Southern Utah people. Just wear clothes. Just come.
Yeah,
wearing
please wear
something,
clothes. Please wear shoes
Please wear shoes
and shirts.
Exactly.
Shirts and shoes are required.
But it's a good opportunity to get dressed up and go out.
Oh, absolutely. When do you get to do that?
Never.
You just can't.
Traffic court.
Yeah, no.
Your Honor, I'm innocent.
Yeah, don't dress up for the softball game.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't wear your heels. But really, pull that formal out of the back of your closet. Put your heels on. Put on some lipstick. Make it a special event because it deserves that. I think so. And I always try to come out in a formal.
Sure.
Not because I expect everyone else to be dressed that way, but that's because I feel like it's so important to me.
Oh, it's
that
so
I
important.
want to give it the respect.
That's why I love the symphony.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And if you want an opportunity to dress up, September 28th, everybody, this will give you a reason.
Yeah.
An evening in Paris, September 28th. It's their annual gala. Benefits of Southwest Symphony. Tickets are available by going to swsutah.org.
Right. It's going to be a fun night.
It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, with you at the MC.
We'll have a good time.
It'll
we'll
be
have a good time.
great.
I can't imagine that there would be anything but people in tuxes, and it's just going to be good. And the food's going to be good.
The food will be great. It's all going to have a Parisian twist. And
I'm all about
I'll
the
be
creme
eating
brulee.
I'll be eating the baguettes.
I literally...
I really wanted ratatouille. Have you ever had ratatouille?
I have actually.
Do you like it?
It's okay. It's,
No.
it's an acquired kind of, you
Yeah.
either love it or you hate it. I'll
Okay.
eat it.
Well, we're not having it.
Oh, okay, great. You got me all worked up for that.
But I thought that'd be kind of fun. But no.
What's
we're
on the
not.
menu?
Beef bistro medallions.
Mm.
You can have a veggie plate if you want to. But if you like beef, you should have beef.
You can't eat in Paris and have anything veggie or gluten-free for crying out
know.
loud. Come on now.
Have you ever been to Paris?
I was in the service in the 80s, and we went through Paris on tour. I used to entertain the troops, and we stopped at a military installation there, but we never really got to get out and go
Yeah.
look around.
Well, this is your chance to experience it in a new way at their gala.
Ooh la la.
Paris is a lot of
I'm a
fun.
little excited. I'm a
Yeah.
little excited.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Good opportunity to take the missus out or your significant other and meet some people. There's going to be lots of people from all walks of life that come to this event.
Absolutely.
Lovers of music. I mean, you definitely will not want to miss the Rosincello duo. So they're performing at this, and then when is the concert that they do?
The night before.
So it's the night before.
The night before, we have our first concert at the Cox on the 27th.
And those tickets are available now.
Nope. 3 more days.
3 more days.
Watch our website.
Open.
Yeah, get a season ticket. Season tickets are available in 3 days. Individual tickets don't go on until later. So get your season tickets. It's such a good value.
Yeah, you get a nice
And
little
if there's a
break.
concert that you can't go to, give them to your friends.
Sure.
Yeah. But definitely a huge savings.
Show your
through
friends that
season
you have a little
tickets.
culture in your life, people.
Yeah, right?
Stop watching football all weekend long. Go to see something worth.
Worth seeing.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, too. is there really any comparison between live music and recorded music? Being in that live concert experience, feeling the thrill of the sound and hearing it and seeing it and getting wrapped up in the production, I just don't think that there's anything that compares to that. So that's why we go to concerts.
It soothes your soul.
It does.
It just does.
It does. It's good for you.
I can't remember. I'm trying to remember the concert that I went to. I went to I grew up in New York City, went to an all-boys Catholic high school, and we had a club called the Fine Arts Club, and they would take us once a month to see the opera, Pirates of Penzance.
On Broadway?
Yeah, because it was New York, and we got student tickets, so it's like $10.
Wow.
We sat in the nosebleed, but we got to see this stuff.
You are a lucky child.
I was and you don't really know how lucky you are until you're older, and you're like, how much are those tickets? Yeah, $100, what? $300. Then you realize you really were fortunate because they're so expensive, and you never will get that opportunity again. There's so many different plays, but we went to go see the Philharmonic. They played, gosh, I can't remember the name of Scheherazade.
Oh yeah,
in
Rimsky-Korsakov.
Yeah. Dun, dun,
that's a great piece. I played that piece. So exciting. Did you like it?
I loved it. You leave something like that and you're like, I will pay more attention in band. I want to be.
Did it make you want to play
more? Because I had already been playing bass since, before junior high school. And, all I remember from those years is my granddad yelling at me, trying to get this bass into his two-door Ford LTD, going, why couldn't you play violin like the Chinese
flute.
kids or the flute like the German kids? Why do you got to play that thing, And my brother took it up. My brother never got any flack. I was the oldest, so I got all the trouble.
Of course. They got used to it with you. Then they're like, oh, it's a bass.
Yeah.
Throw it in the
it'll
car.
fit in a car. Yeah. But, man, it's a story. And if you close your eyes, you feel it. You feel the music, and few things can you do that with,
Right.
I mean, you can go to dance and stuff, and you get into it and stuff, but orchestra, it's just symphony is amazing.
Yeah, and actually, do you know there are studies showing that engaging in live symphonic music delays the onset of dementia?
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it's good for you. It's good for you. It's good for you to play an instrument. It's good for you to dance.
I should start listening.
It's good for you to
more.
paint because it does something to your brain that nothing else can do, and it helps you stay young.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
Maybe that's another reason to engage in the arts, right?
One more reason.
Keeps you healthy, keeps you young, keeps you thinking, keeps you involved and engaged.
It does.
And it's wonderful. So.
And I think it's very important, critical for kids at a young age to learn an instrument, to learn to sing, to all those things. Dance,
I do too.
All those things.
I do too. I always, when my kids were babies, I would sing them to sleep at night, and my mom did that with me, and I hope they do that with their children. But
Sure.
That was just their first little introduction. It's like reading a book to your kids. I mean, start early, start young, start them with music young.
And they'll never forget it.
And they'll never forget it. I mean, my 11-year-old son who plays the cello loves it. Awesome. And his reward for practicing is
he's the one that wants to be famous.
He's the one that wants to be famous, but his reward for practicing is he gets to watch Yo-Yo Ma on YouTube. So he gets to pick, I'm done with practicing. Who do you want to watch today? And he watches these great artists. So media is powerful too.
It's a lot better for him than sitting watching 3 episodes of Stranger Things
or playing video games.
Yeah.
Whatever they are. I don't even know.
I don't know either.
Let's see. I can't even think of a title of a video game.
I can't remember the last time I played a video game. It didn't end well to begin with. I think it was Pong.
Yeah, I think I was Pac-Man when I was 8 or something.
It's different. So let's talk about the symphony for a second. You've said you've got 70 members. What's the biggest the symphony's ever been? Is that about
70 members? 70. Yeah.
And that's a good size for you guys?
I think so. I think it's good right now. And like I said, we audition now, so we really have the creme de la creme of the players in this area. And they're so talented. They're just amazing. So I really feel like it's an honor to be a part of that.
What's the biggest section? Is the string section pretty big?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. The strings are the biggest. The cellos are getting bigger.
Really?
They probably want to be bigger than the violins, but the violins have the first violin and the second violin section. So technically, there's more violins than any other instrument in the symphony. Yeah, lots of places for great violinists.
Who's the cellist that is a professor here? Dr. Yu?
Dr. Yu.
Dr. Yu.
He's awesome.
He's awesome.
And not only is he an awesome musician, but he's an awesome guy.
He's very nice.
He's so nice and genuine and kind. And I love working with him.
I sing with the Southern Utah Heritage Choir, and he's come and performed before,
Oh, that's
and
right.
It's just amazing.
That's right.
Amazing.
Yeah. And I find that a lot of our musicians are just like him. They're just great people.
Good people. And what is he? He's a professor, right?
Right. He teaches at DSU.
That's right.
So, yeah, he's instrumental
So
in their education.
What do you do when you're not running the symphony? What do you do for fun? You play. You play in the symphony.
I don't play in the symphony
don't.
right now. The administrative aspect of the symphony is a lot, and I need to be home with my family at night, and that's when they rehearse. Sure. So right now I'm not playing with the symphony, but I'm hoping to maybe slip into Messiah or something and sit at the back and just play the music
cool.
because I love the music.
That'd be awesome.
I have it. I could probably just play it memorized. I've played it so much because a lot of orchestras play Messiah.
What's your hobby? Karaoke. You look like a karaoke singer.
No, I'm terrible at karaoke.
Sweet Caroline.
No, I'll leave that up to my daughter who can really sing. I think the singing kind of skipped a generation, skipped me, went right to my daughter.
That's too funny.
No, what do I do for fun? You know, I play the violin for fun.
Sure.
That's what I love. I help my husband with his medical practice. So when I'm not doing symphony, I'm doing that. And I just love being with my kids, and I love to travel.
And all your kids are still
Guilty
home.
obsession. What?
All your kids are still home?
No, actually, my oldest is at BYU.
Okay.
So he's there, and then my second oldest is at Dixie.
Gotcha.
And then Katie and William are at home, but Katie's a senior, so
She'll be empty nester pretty
she'll just
soon.
be down to one.
Wow.
I know. So, yeah, I love to travel. I think that's maybe if you ask me what my hobby was, I love traveling. My husband doesn't love to travel as much as I do, but
Has a symphony ever performed outside of Utah? You guys ever gone?
Actually, when I was in the symphony 20 years ago, we performed in Mesquite. That's a long ways away.
That is so far away.
No, but I don't think the symphony's ever traveled. We really haven't
Did you
had
get travel
the budget.
pay for that?
No, we didn't get any pay back then. It was no stipend, nothing.
I'd imagine it's expensive to travel with instruments anyway.
It is. It's hard, especially the large instruments.
Oh, yeah.
The percussion.
You buy buy a seat for your bass.
Yeah.
You know?
So it's definitely has its challenges. I would love to tour with a symphony. I mean, that's my dream, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll see if I can convince our staff and our board to support that.
That'd be a big fundraiser.
Travel. Oh, yeah.
Big one.
A big one. A big one. I know the Heritage Choir tours.
Yeah, they're going to Italy in October.
Oh, wow.
I can't go, though.
Oh.
I can't go. And
Italy. So fabulous.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
Love to go.
Yeah. So maybe in our future, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not right now.
We got about a minute left, so let's talk about your website one more time, swsutah.org. You're on social media as well, Facebook page.
Facebook and Instagram,
And
Southwest Symphony.
Southwest Symphony. And is there a phone number for the symphony as well if somebody needs to get a hold of you? Is there a box? They want to buy tickets outside of online. Do they call the Cox Center? Or
They can call the Cox Auditorium box office for tickets, but the best way to contact us is through our website, swsutah.org, or send me an email, symphony@swsutah.org, and I will respond.
You loving life right now?
Loving life.
You
It's
are.
so good.
You're doing a great job.
So good. You're so nice.
You are the
so
best.
kind.
Alyce
and-
Gardner is making it happen with the
Yeah.
Southwest Symphony. September 28th, they're evening in Paris at the Sun River Ballroom. Tickets are available, swsutah.org. Go, get a table, get your company to go. This is a great opportunity for you to be involved in a great event for a great cause and hear amazing music throughout the year. This makes it happen. It's so easy to do, everybody.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you, Alyce. You're the best.
You're the best.
Hope to see you on September 28th.
Come, everyone.
Come on out. Come one, come all. Bring your friends. Bring your relatives. Bring them all. Startup Nation, we'll see you next week, everybody. I've been Ed Tracey. Peace.
Bye.